All right, let's dive in. If you've ever felt like you're just stuck, running in place with your money, then this is for you. We're going to walk through a really simple, 5-step plan to help you grab the controls and build your own financial escape plan. Let's do this.
You know the question, right? We've all been there. The paycheck lands in your account, you pay the bills, you live your life, and then, poof, it's just gone. It can feel like you're working so hard, but you're not actually getting anywhere. That feeling? That's exactly what we're going to tackle today.
Because look, this is about so much more than just surviving. This is about building a real plan for freedom, a way to finally break out of that cycle and start making your money work for you, not the other way around.
So, first things first, we have to get real about the situation for so many people, this constant feeling of being squeezed financially. This is our starting line.
It's that low-level hum of stress in the background, knowing your money is already spoken for before it even shows up. This is an incredibly common feeling. But here's the thing, it does not have to be your reality forever. Just recognizing this pressure is the first step to getting rid of it.
Okay, so where do we even begin? With a blueprint, a clear plan. This next part covers the first two foundational steps to figure out what is actually happening with your money and how to take back the wheel.
Step 1 is a total game changer. You have to give every single one of your dollars a job. Some people call this a zero-based budget, but the most important part, the part you can't skip, is that you do this before the month even starts. By planning it out ahead of time, you're taking all the stress out of making decisions in the moment. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Now here's a really interesting, super direct piece of advice for anyone who struggles with impulse buys. If you know you have a spending problem, the source suggests something incredibly simple but powerful. Leave your cards at home. Just take your ID. It's a physical roadblock that forces you to stick to the plan you already made.
Now, building on that plan, step 2 is about tracking your spending and getting ruthless with the non-essentials. This slide lays it out perfectly. Essentials, that's shelter, food you make at home, utilities, the things you need. Non-essentials, well, that's pretty much everything else. The daily coffee, those subscriptions you forgot about, eating out. Seeing it laid out like this makes it so obvious where you can start making some cuts.
Okay, you've got your intel. You have a plan for your income and expenses. Now, it's time to go on the offensive. This next phase is all about attacking your debt with everything you've got.
I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. The source is making it so clear that we need a major mindset shift. We get so used to our debts, right? The student loans, the credit card bills, they just become part of the scenery. But you wouldn't keep it around and feed it like a pet.
And here it is, the quote that just hits you. Debts are inanimate objects and things you do to keep you enslaved. Whoa! When you stop seeing debt as just an obligation and start seeing it for what it is, something that is actively holding you captive, your motivation to completely destroy it goes through the roof.
So here's the actual battle plan for step 3. You list out all of your debts, from the smallest balance to the largest. Then you throw every extra dollar you have at that smallest one until it's gone. Gone. Then you take the money you were paying on that debt and roll it over to the next smallest one. This method is all about creating quick wins and building unstoppable momentum.
So while you're busy attacking your old debt, you have to build a defense so you don't create any new debt. This is your financial shield. This is your emergency fund.
You hear this number all the time, don't you? Just save up $1,000 for your emergency fund. But let's be real for a second. Is that actually enough for your life? And the source gives a really blunt answer here. Nope, not even close. $1,000 isn't going to do much if the furnace dies in your $500,000 house. So the key takeaway here is that your emergency fund has to be realistic for your life. This is step 4. Build a fund that can actually protect you.
We've covered budgeting, spending, debt, and savings. We're almost there. Now it's time for the final and maybe the biggest piece of the puzzle that can seriously speed up your journey to freedom.
And step 5, this one's a biggie for most of us. Transportation. The advice is to buy used cars to avoid that insane drop in value the second you drive a new one off the lot. And hey, if the car payments, the insurance, the gas, if it's all just crushing you, maybe it's time to look at public transit. As the source puts it, a car is great for independence, but you will not die if you do not have a personal vehicle. This is an area where you can free up a ton of cash.
And there it is, your 5-step escape plan. It all starts with giving every dollar a job and tracking where it goes so you can cut out the fluff. From there, you go to war with your debt.
smallest to largest. You build a realistic emergency fund to act as your shield. And finally, you tackle the huge costs like transportation to unlock massive savings.
So I'll leave you with this one thought. Forget about the whole mountain for just a second. Just look at the plan. Look at your own debts and ask yourself this. What's the very first small debt you can knock out, starting right now?